What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Dat Talk Podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host with me.
It's your boys. 2 times, too many, too hard to collect. Too many reasons himself, baby. We live, baby. We're live, man. Man, we're live. Man, another week.
Another week, man. Man, where you at? You got a lot of sun in that background. It's a different background for you, man.
Hey,
no TV and nothing like that. No TV.
Yeah, we live. We, live, new location.
New location.
I did this, doing this from out of town. I don't even want to tell the people where I'm at. I don't need nobody trying to pull up, trying to hang out. So don't be calling and leaving comments. Where was you at? Your lighting is all different. Your vibrant. Yeah.
I feel it, man. Hey, you at a new location, so I want y'all to know, chat, if too many got that McDonald's internet connection, y'all know why. You know what I'm saying? If you got that McDonald's, I'm loving,
I'm loving it.
Y'all know why he's in a different location. But hey, man, happy Father's Day to you, man. You celebrated Father's Day over this past weekend. You told the world that you are a brand new father, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, man. We was gonna wait a little longer, but it was just like, I feel like Father's Day was a good time to drop the news. But yeah, man, I'm an expected father. Baby should be here January. Looking forward to that, man. Being a dad already has been great. It's been, it can't get no better than what it's already been. And so now, bringing my own into this world and just looking forward to it. My next little prince or princess. And hopefully within the next few weeks, we'll find out the gender and, bring it on the podcast, baby.
Let the world know. That's what's up, man. What you think it is, man? I know you don't know, but what do you think it could be?
I don't want to sway either way. I don't want to put that. I don't. I mean, my family, both sides of the family, both my mom and dad's side, everybody kind of wants a boy. Just because there's just a lot of girls. My sister got twins.
Ooh.
It's just a lot of girls. And, some of her family, they want a boy because same thing on her side. It's a lot of girls.
Gotcha.
And see, with me, like, people always think, like, well, you want a boy because you want a boy. My biggest reason for wanting a boy is just about the last name and the legacy that the last name carries.
Gotcha.
Like, that's really my biggest thing. You feel me? Outside of the stuff that comes with, having your son, like, that's great. But I just think about the last name. And I feel like with my daughter, I would have high expectations of her getting married and her changing her name. So then the name just kind of stops. But with a son, the last name continues the legacy of, my dad, my granddad, so on and so forth. So that's our biggest reason for a boy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We'll find out, and y'all will find out, fans and family that tune into the podcast. But before we get into, do we have any comments from last week?
No, not really comments. Kind of the same thing. Everybody's kind of looking forward to the finale and what we got going on. Okay. People kind of gave me their predictions and the team they felt would win. So yeah, general stuff, nothing alarming.
I feel it.
I'm still giving Jesus buckets though. That's not changing. I'm not moving off that hill. He just not inside. Like I said, the sandals just can't happen. But buckets will be.
Bruh, I'm telling you, Jesus is gonna give you so many buckets. You're gonna be like, man, I'm retiring from hoop, man. I don't even want.
I can't let him. Listen, I didn't let no ACL retire me. I'm not letting Jesus retire me. If anything, he's gonna put me back in the lab. But he's not about to retire me.
He's gonna be like, hey, DJ, man, you a dad now. It's time to hang it up, man.
Oh, he gonna hit me with that. And he do that, I may have to just look at it and be like, you right. You're right.
It's time to hang it up, Mike. It's time to hang it up. But we'll never know. We'll never know, man. But it's the finals. It is the finals of the ultimate Olympic basketball team. Who is the greatest Olympic team of all time, man? It took us about 4 weeks to get here, man.
It took a little time. Took a little time, man. It's been fun just to go through the matchups, man, and to figure out the dream scenarios. And yeah, man, I'm happy we got to the end. Got to the end, man.
So let's show the folks, man, how far we got. Let's show the brackets before we dive into this finals, man, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about with this final. It's not no walk in the park for either way, but we at least want to let y'all know how far they came as far as like the breakdowns and who they played against. So I'm gonna give my man Too Many the screen so he can show y'all the thing. Or the teams. I should have said teams. All right, we're gonna make him the host real quick. All right. So you got the flow, brother.
Where we at? Oh no, we here. Boom. All right.
There we go. Woo! Look at all those beautiful teams right there, man.
Look at the journey, man. Let's look at the journey real quick. Oh, yeah. Go back. All right, man. We started off, you feel me, 92, 04, 96, 2016, 2012, 2020, 08, against 2000. Mm-hmm. Advanced to our Final Four. Still got 92 out there. That 92 2016 game was, to me, is a little bit more competitive than what you probably thought. But, you know. And even that 2012, 2008, nice little matchup.
Wait, hold on. You the one that said it wasn't even close. I said
that was me. Yeah, my
bad. No, do me. I said that game was close. You said, man, no, they blew them out by 20. It ain't even close. I said, no, don't disrespect them dudes from 2016, man. It was a close game. 92 just got the better edge, man. They beat them by like 5 or 6. You over there didn't give them no kind of skill, no credit. Don't do that.
I guess you're right. I'm not even going to hold you. You're right. That sounds like something I would have said. But, you know, I mean, we're here in the finals.
We
92 versus 2012.
Yes.
You feel me? The rosters is there.
They're there.
And I just think it would be something nice. So, I mean, feel me?
Ooh.
Let's talk about it. So according to the things that we read, right?
Yeah.
They said the starting 5. So the starting 5 for the 92 team was Magic, Jordan, Bird, Barkley, David Robinson.
No,
all right.
Patrick
Ewing. Okay, Patrick Ewing.
Yes.
All right. And so the starting 5 for 2012 was CP3.
Yep.
Kobe.
Yep.
KD, Bron, Tyson Chandler.
Yes, yep.
I think 92 would probably switch their starting 5.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they sub Bird out and put in Scotty.
Possibly.
I thought that gives them a little bit of better defensive versatility to start off with.
I can see that. I don't see Larry Bird sticking Kevin Durant or LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, because again, like we have to understand, Larry Bird was a very savvy defender through the 80s. But by the time we got to 92, Bird back was part of the reason why he had to retire. I wouldn't say early, but his retirement got kind of like
sped up.
Sped up. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. And so that's what I'm saying. There's no disrespect to Bird. I just think at that time, Bird's back was a little bit, not as healthy as it probably needed to be. Because I think we do like the 83, 84 Bird in his prime. I think Bird just holds his own, my personal opinion. So what you think?
You know what? Those are some valid points on, the Bird, being subbed out for Scotty. I think that if Bird was to play defense on Kevin Durant or LeBron James, it would be a massacre for the 92 team. I'm just going to say that out rip. I no disrespect to Bird, but the athleticism, just the way they play, LeBron James and Kevin Durant played a game of basketball, that would have been a challenge. I feel like in the first quarter or so, it's going to be sort of for the 2012 team. They're going to be at a bit of oh, wow, we about to play against the legends. You know what I'm saying? These are Hall of Famers, legends of the game. So I feel like the first quarter, the 2012 team is going to get hit in the mouth. And they're going to get hit in the mouth hard because it's like, whoo. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'll put it this way. You know how when, you you playing against like somebody you like look up to or you appreciate, you respect a lot, right? When you playing, you're a little bit nervous. It's just human nature. Even though you got the dog in you, you're a little bit nervous. You know what I mean? It's like I can even take it even back. When you first start your game, you got these butterflies in your stomach. You got these jitters in your stomach, right? And it takes something to bring you back to reality because you're a little bit nervous, timid. You're a little bit tense on every little thing. You ain't trying to mess up. You try too hard. But like if you're playing football, all it takes is that one big hit. You know what I'm saying?
You wake up.
And you wake up.
It's like everything comes back to normal. Like,
right?
Like it took me to get hit or to make a tackle for everything just to be normal again. So I mean, hey, that makes a lot of sense.
So I think when they put in they may make that starting five change, and I feel like the 92 team is up by 10 in the first quarter because
so your end of your first quarter score is 92 up 10.
They up 10 because the 2012 team is a bit at an all because they playing against legends. Like we say all the time, 11 out of 12 players are all in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that for other teams. So I want to give those dudes that respect. And you playing against the people that they all idolize, Michael Jordan.
MJ is in the starting five.
You get what I'm saying? So in the beginning, they're like, wow, that's Mike, man. You see Mike did that shot? That's crazy, Mike.
I think it's one person that just wouldn't be at all.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, because that's just I just like out of all the players,
yeah,
I just think he's just never had because even in the documentary, you heard what Jordan said in the All-Star game. They was like, who did they all say was going to make it a one-on-one game?
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, so I just think out of the 10 or the 5, of the 5 that started on the Kobe the only one that's not off. And he'll be giving them that look like, I'm going to need y'all to snap out of this. Like, it's just basketball at the end of the day.
That's why I say I think KD, LeBron, they're like, man, that's Bird. You know what I'm saying? That's bad. I got a lot of my stuff from these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They out here balling right now. And I think that's why they down by 10. What you predicting for the first quarter score? You think
first quarter? I wouldn't say 10. I feel like they'll settle down midway through. I feel like Coach K will call a timeout, settle the troops down, and I think he'll make that substitution. He'll bring in Russ. I think he'll bring in Harden. Russ and Harden come in probably for I'm gonna go LeBron and Chris Paul.
Wait.
Hear me out though. Hear me out.
I gotta hear it.
So because it's a midway thing. So I mean, obviously because you bring in Russ, you bring in Anthony Davis. So you take out Tyson, take out Bron, you take out CP3. You bring in Russ, Harden, Anthony Davis. So now you got Anthony Davis, KD, Kobe, Russ, Harden.
Okay.
Speed up the game a little bit. Then you come back with LeBron and Melo and D. Will to start that second quarter. So now, you feel me, it's like, all right, now we about to hit you with some offense a little bit more. The tempo will slow down a tad bit more because you have to get them out them jitters because they was probably going down low to Ewing, you feel me, Scotty and Mike making steals. So they did something to speed up the tempo. And then second quarter, they brought in, Melo and Brian, K-Love, Iggy, and probably D. Will. I like that start. I like that five coming in to start off the second quarter. I think that five, because you got to think about their next five will be Stockton, Clyde, right?
Yeah.
Bird
coming in.
Coming in. Malone, and we'd say David Robinson.
Yeah.
So I feel like they a tad bit equal. The biggest matchup they would have would be David Robinson and Kevin Love, but K Love has spread the floor, so now they get to play the little 5-out thing. And now you got Malone trying to guard LeBron. A bigger D. Will on Stockton.
And that's a Jazz versus Jazz right there, too. It's a Jazz versus Jazz right there, too, dog.
Well, I think that's when that second quarter by halftime, I think 92 still up 2 heading into half.
You got them by 2.
By 2. I feel like the game, but the second quarter was back and forth. It was just one of those 92 got the bucket type ordeal, but it was a back and forth second. So
I can see that.
About out of halftime. Second quarter leading into halftime.
The second quarter, I think it's tied at half. I think with Russ, with Harden, with Bron on the floor, they pushing the tempo. They playing fast break offense. And I think the Dream Team is trying to condense it and make sure it's only playing at the half court. But no, Bron and them are trying to push the tempo. They're trying to get the ball out, get these cats running because the athleticism. Now, when we say athleticism, I don't want you to think that I mean by just being able to jump and dunk. What I mean by athleticism, I mean the ability to get to your spots any way you want to. And there's only a few people, like I wouldn't say a few, but there's a handful, I should say, on the Dream Team that can really get to their spots because they got athleticism out of this world. Mike is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Mike can really get to any spot that he want to. I would say Magic, but Magic is a little bit more of the old school. I'm going to post you down. I'm going to use my side. I'm going to get a bucket. So he used more of his physicality on dudes, but if somebody can match their physicality, then it's going to be a little bit challenging for them, right? And if you really look at it, there's not a lot of people on the Dream Team that can really get to their spot any way they want to. You know what I mean? There's not a lot. Maybe Scotty, maybe, but I don't know. I say 50-50 for Scotty. Clyde Drexler. Clyde is another one. Because when somebody can play actually good defense on Clyde Drexler, it's challenging for him. He can still get some buckets, but it's going to be tough buckets. As we saw when Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan played defense on Clyde Drexler, he had trouble. He did. He struggled because that's not his strong suit.
No, because they talked about, when you look at some of the history, they just say Clyde really couldn't go left. They said, I mean, it was something that was said. It's not nothing that we make it up or they was like, Clyde struggled going left. Not said he couldn't. He just struggled going left. So
that wasn't his strong suit.
Huh?
That wasn't his strong suit. Going left wasn't his strong suit.
So I just think, 2012 was able to play, some defense. I think Harden, because I feel like Harden gets a bad rap for his defense, but if you look at his if you look at him early in his career with the Thunder, leading into 2012, he was a guy that they had guarding people. He really had to play defense a lot. I mean, he guarded LeBron in the finals. He was guarding Kobe when they played them. Whatever two guards, whatever the case is, Harden played defense. And if we want to just look at it, right, in this past All-Star game,
okay,
Harden had to really guard Giannis and Pascal Siakam because that's who they was attacking. And if you look at this past All-Star game, Harden held his own on defense. I just think, he gets that moniker because, he chooses to do more scoring than he does to play defense, which I feel like you should be able to do both if you're at the highest level. But I just think, on this team, he knows he doesn't have to go get 35, so he'll lock in a little bit defensively. And that would help out.
In regards to Harden playing defense, I would say a lot of people that get to the NBA, they know the fundamentals of defense. It's just if you choose to play it or you choose not to play it. Because, again, I think when you playing defense, you got to depend on what's your role on your team. It is hard to be a two-way player if you don't got other people to back up the scoring for you. If you doing majority of the heavy lifting and the heavy load of scoring buckets, it's going to be hard for you to do two ways. And that's what people don't realize. Like when you look at Kawhi Leonard, he played on a lot of great defensive teams. So he can exert his energy on both ends of the floor because he got people that can back him up. If his scoring ain't at his strong, so if he's not hitting buckets, he got other people that can pick up the load. You know what I'm saying?
The Ginobilis, the Parkers.
Exactly. Even if you go to Kyle Lowry's, the
Siakam came along.
Siakam, you got Van Vliet, exactly. So, and even now the Clippers, you got Paul George, you got Lou Will, you got what's my man? The light-skinned dude that's a different Shaman. You got a lot of people that can put the ball in the bucket, right? And so if Kawhi's having an off day, it won't hurt them as much. But when you look at other players, like for example, a LeBron James, when he is pretty much, or I can even say, not even Giannis, because Giannis got some help as well too. But let's say you look at James Harden. He got Russ, right? But Russ, he's a full throttle, one speed the whole game, right? And I always tell me and my buddy, we always talk about this. We say if Russ can change his pace and he can change his speed, Russ would be a problem because he only know one speed. But if he can go high, I can go slow and then speed up and stop on you and on dime and then compose myself to get a nice solid jumper up, I could be more consistent, but I feel like he goes so fast, right? That yes, he can give you points, he can score, but sometimes he gets in trouble because he plays too fast. He plays out of control. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the Rockets team, they got some players, right? They got some players, but James
really don't have nobody else to create offense. They exactly, and that's how it's been even leading up to Russ. They never really have nobody that's going to just create and get buckets for James to be like, all right, look, James, in these last 5 minutes or 7 minutes, we need you to kind of like lock up. You feel me? Because like on the Thunder, he had that. It was like, look, James, we don't necessarily need you to score. We need you to come initiate the offense, but we don't need you to go score. So we need you to play a little bit more defense because he had a young Russ and a young KD. Yeah. And even, Ibaka too, can get a bucket or two. So
exactly.
Like I said, that's why I feel like in this situation, this scenario, James is able to be a better two-way player, which gives 2012 a tag. I wouldn't even say just gives them a little something extra because they got a guy who will get a bucket and they got a guy who knows I don't have to exert everything so I can still play some defense. You said at halftime, you got the score tied.
I got it tied. I got it going. It's a dog fight. I got it going tied in the third quarter. Okay. I got the 12 team getting that edge. I think the starters come in and they
more nervousness.
No more nervous. No, they balling now. They hooping. I feel KD's in the rhythm. I feel Bron. When Bron plays with superstars, it's like he elevates his point guard vision and his ability to distribute to get everybody the ball where they want the ball and to create for people. I just think that's one of his greatest gifts. He knows where to hit you in stride, in the pocket, on the money. And that's why a lot of people, I feel like they like playing with him. And I think a lot of people like playing against him because they know it's a challenge. That's LeBron James, man. If I could go up against LeBron James, I can say I'm one of the best if I can hold my own. You know what I'm saying? That's the lineage and that's the leverage and that's just the legacy of LeBron or whatever the case may be. So I think LeBron, you know what I mean, point guard, Chris Paul and him are tag teaming a little bit, moving the ball more because Chris Paul, again, one of the best floor generals to ever play this game. If you need that rock, he can give it to you wherever you need it as well. So I think they play well off each other. Kobe coming off the ball a little bit, coming off some screens, coming off. Bruh, I know Kobe don't do that as much, but when you play with other superstars, you see different play styles come out of a player. And Kobe can play on the ball, off the screen, come and do his little thing, you know what I'm saying, and KD as well. And I think that's going to give the 2012 team the edge is because the shooting ability. The shooting ability of that 2012 team and what they do. Here is the knuckle in the wrench or the wrench in the knuckle or whatever you want to call. They put Kevin Love at the 5 and they spread that thing. They spread it. Now, when you play against old school centers, they may give up some twos, right? But they trade in 3s for 2s. So that hey, if you get a 2, we get a 3, we still going up. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't get a 2 and we get a 3, we going up again. So the numbers game, right? And I feel like that's going to spread the floor open for the people like LeBron James to drive. Because again, I always ask y'all this, who's going to stick LeBron James? Because Mike going to be on Kobe. Who's going to stick LeBron James? If Pippen's on KD, who's sticking LeBron James?
I think in this situation they're gonna trust Charles Barkley.
No.
I feel like they're gonna trust Barkley to guard LeBron because I see. But the thing is it works with Barkley because I mean we just gotta be honest. LeBron is not the 2012 LeBron. Was still not a prolific shooter of the basketball. He can shoot it, but he still wasn't like, oh, no. I mean, I feel like now this LeBron, I fear a tad bit more in shooting the tray ball. The 2020 LeBron or 2012 LeBron. The 2012 LeBron was just mean. He was mean, and when he put his head down and he wanted to get to the basket, there's really nothing most people can do. But you got to think about it. When he's doing that, he's usually doing that to people he's bigger than. And Chuck wasn't a little dude.
He's not.
He wasn't as quick, but he wasn't a little dude. So that's why that's why I feel like it's not that Chuck can cancel LeBron out because I'm not gonna go that far. But I just feel like defensively, LeBron hasn't really got that jumper to where Chuck has to fear it. So he's gonna give him some space a little bit. And do that. When I look at the rest of the team, I feel like that KD Pippen matchup is where everything kind of falls in line. I feel like the player who can really win that matchup, and which I will believe is KD, because KD can play defense and score. I don't think Pippen is like a prolific offensive guy. He's not prolific. I mean, he can get buckets, but he's not scoring at a high clip. And I think that's where that third quarter kind of turned. I think KD heats up in that third. And I got 2012 up 5 heading into 4th. KD heats up.
I can see that. I can see a 5 or a 7-point lead. I just think those are the two. I'm gonna just stand by this. Those are the two players, LeBron and KD, because Kobe is going to be on Mike. Mike's going to be on Kobe. And if Mike try to switch on any one of those, it's Kobe, LeBron, and KD are the three problems on the 2012 team. So Mike is going to have to pick his poison. And this is what's going to happen. I think if LeBron is getting by Charles Barkley, and he's because I feel like his athleticism, he's more explosive than Charles Barkley. Yes, Charles Barkley is strong, but LeBron is got a quicker first step than a lot of players that size. And I think he's going to get by Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley probably play a little bit off of LeBron, and you don't want to do that. Don't disrespect that man. The Spurs did that to that man, and he made them pay when they was giving that man all that space. That you can't shoot. Okay, let me put 30 and 40 on your head real quick. Let me put another 30. You got to stick that man. You got to play defense on him. And so I think those three players is going to make it challenging for the 92 team, because Mike can cancel all, maybe not cancel all, because Kobe going to do his thing and Mike's going to do his thing. But I think what's going to happen if Mike sees that one of those other players is getting buckets and Mike don't like to lose, he'll be like, well, switch me. Switch me.
That's when I feel we fast forward to the fourth quarter. I kind of had this conversation with my pops. Shout out to all the fathers on Father's Day.
Yeah.
I had the conversation with my pops, and I just two team, their advantage is size. Like, Barnes, Ewing, they got size. Bird, they got size.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the 2012 team makes it to where they have to get rid of that size because at some point it's going to turn into a track meet. And I'm not saying that we both not saying 92 team can't run.
Yeah, we're not.
You're going to have to, like you said, Kobe, Bron, KD makes it difficult, right? So even if we was to make it a track meet, you would say you take LeBron out, you put in Melo. It's another offensive guy. Another guy can go generate a bucket. You don't really need no help in a bucket. You feel me? And so with those dudes, that means to me, the dream team would have to go a small five. Barkley, I would say Pippen, Jordan, Drexler, Stockton. That to me is their best small ball lineup.
No, you can't put Stockton in there. No Stockton.
I think Stockton has to be. I feel like because Stockton was the best floor general before Chris Paul. You don't get 15,000 assists and you don't have that many because Stockton's the only person that's gonna be able to really just push that tempo too. And he's just like a Chris Paul that can he's gonna feed everybody. So I feel like you've gotta put Stockton in because Magic gonna be able to keep up. But who is Magic gonna guard?
That's what I'm saying. I think they may put him on Chris Paul or whatever because the height advantage. So again, it depends on the play styles or how the coach want to play that game, right? And so in certain situations, like for example, if Magic's the point guard and Chris Paul's the point guard, then Magic got that height advantage. He's like 6'8", 6'9". And Chris Paul's like 6'1", 6'2", maybe. And so that's a height advantage. So Chris Paul is a dog on the defense, and he's not going to let it be easy, but, that's a height advantage. He's going to post him up.
Yeah, I would just post him up.
He's going to post him up. So it just depends on who can play their style the most. I feel like with the 2012 team, they're a little bit more versatile because they got more players that have more versatility in their arsenal. Where the 92 team, they have a lot of people who do a lot of things. One or two things maybe two things, but one thing for sure, very, very well. Mike is one that can do all, right? Pippen is a defensive mind. He can score a little bit, but he can defend very, very well. Larry Bird is a great shooter. Defensive-wise, not the best. You know what I'm saying? But he can defend a little bit, but that's not his strong suit. But he can shoot.
That's 92 Bird. And that's 92 Bird.
And that's 92 Bird. You know what I'm saying? And then you're talking about Magic Johnson, okay? Magic Johnson is a great passer. He's not the best shooter, but he can. The vision is there. He can hit people without you knowing he gonna hit you. That's why I call him Showtime Magic, because it's so flashy you don't know where it's coming from or whatever the case may be. But in regards to defense, that's not his strong suit either. That wasn't his strong suit. Magic wasn't known for his defense. He was known for his flash, his point guard, and his ability to get people involved and being that tall. He was a point forward, one of the first to do it the way he did it. Drexler can't go left that well. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't really known as a defender either.
And he wasn't known as no. You take away his strong suit, which is attacking the basket, make him a jump shot shooter, it's gonna be hard for Drexler. It's gonna be hard. Malone, he can play, but slow pace. Post. That's why they call him the mailman. It's OG. It's OG back to the basket. I'm gonna either hit you with a fade, I'm gonna hit you with a jab step, and hit it off the front face you, hit a jumper on you. But in regards to just being super duper athletic and things like that, Malone is athletic, but it's in different ways. So I just feel like the 92 team has a lot of more deficiencies than the 2012 team. They got a lot of more complete players. And it's because of the 92 team, because they learned from that generation, right? As a generation, you evolve. You don't go back, right? Players evolve. The abilities of players, bruh, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of people that can really dunk like Michael Jordan and jump like Dominique Wilkins and Julius Erving. That's why the people were so awed. It was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Irving with his athleticism and that finger roll, like,
yeah,
there were just like back to, there were pockets of players who did certain things that was just like, man, like,
wow,
he really defying logic, or how was he able to do that? But in this NBA, it's a norm.
It's a freaking norm.
It's like who can't do this, or who's not gifted to do that. So I mean, like I said, I see what you're saying. One thing that just dawned on me as you was talking, I think the wild card, honestly, and people may not even understand this, but you got to be a basketball guy to get this. The wild card, if I want to make sure, I want to make sure you're on that team. But I feel like the wild card is Iguodala. I feel like the wild card becomes Iguodala, and he becomes the wild card for the simple fact of a Magic Johnson like, because you have a point guard in who? LeBron. So you bring in an Iguodala.
Oh, they got that. I told y'all, America got that ba.
It happens. Anyway, so you feel me? You put LeBron on Magic or Kobe on Magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
you bada ba. You bada ba right now.
Oh, I have to move it. Maybe I was doing too much because it was working perfectly. All right. Anyway, and so with Iggy, you. I don't understand it. Yeah, that's that live on location. It's that live on location. How he was good, and then all of a sudden now we not. Let me stop doing stuff.
Yo, I told y'all, America, when you hear that ba, just put the McDonald's on every time you hear the ba. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. You've been doing good, but I noticed it's been going downhill or whatever. That's probably the 92 Dream Team. Like, hey, this boy talking nonsense. Let's start playing.
So let me fast forward this. End of the day, I got 2012 winning then I'm going to say Kobe closes the game. Shout out to Big 2012 wins.
Kobe closes it?
Kobe closes it.
I can give you that. I can give you the Kobe closes and the 2012 team win by 5. I think that's the passing of the torch. I think that's the respect of the guards. That's just, hey, man, it was a hell of a game. And it could have went either way any other day. But on that day, the 2012 team won the finals. I think they won the finals. I think they did it, or whatever the case may be. I think that.
Yeah, you see the picture? See what Kobe doing? That was all part of my premonition leading into the situation. Yeah. Like I did that. See, who I told you close the game, baby.
Kobe did it. Kobe did it. Yo, this is off topic, but look at my man Bronny hair, bro. That man hairline is gone. His hairline is gone, bro. It's gone. But I'm telling you, I think that the USA team, this 2012 team was probably the most balanced, the most versatile, just the most everything, in my opinion. That's just me. I feel like that, in my opinion, that they are the most versatile. No disrespect to the 92 team. They was the king of that era. All right, that team will go forever down in history. But one thing that people were not talking about, and I don't want to disrespect them in any way, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of hoopers like that, you know what I'm saying, from the different countries. You know what I'm saying? It was just starting to get out there little by little, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, crazy people like it is now. You got more European basketball players that play in the NBA. You got more in that hoop, you know what I'm saying, that can ball. And so I think the level of competition as well is different. You know what I mean? And that's why I gave the advantage to the 2012. And you may have it a different way, but I'm going with 2012. I told y'all that this team was going to be here and they was going to be in the finals and they was going to win it all. And I gave y'all my reasons why they was the reason. I can't even talk. They won it all. Just put it that way. That's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's good. I'm glad you held strong to your prediction. Proud of you.
Yes.
Proud of you. I mean, one caveat I want to throw out there so people just don't think that we don't have no real basketball sense. I feel like the 92 team, a lot of what they did well would translate to this era, but it would have to be like in subpart. So, for example, David Robinson would still be great as David Robinson, but he would need to play with a stretch four that will allow him to work. There will be no more, like when you look at some of these starting lineups from teams of the 90s, it was like a true center and a true power forward, a true small forward. You know, like they was real true to their position.
That's what I
feel. So I feel like for the 92 teams, star players that translate, especially the big men, translate to day and age. There are games that translate because I feel like they're just all-world talents. But I feel like Barkley would have to play with a stretch five. That will allow Barkley to work the post and do what he do. A Ewing would play with more of a stretch four, not an Anthony Mason or a Charles Oakley, you know, because that would allow Ewing to do better, you feel me, like that. So I feel like those players would translate into today's game perfectly, but the system would have to be totally different as far as our bigs.
You know, you got a point, but there's some things I would say it'll be hard when, for example, when you got like a Ewing, Patrick Ewing, he's known for, like, you don't necessarily have to play the way the game is. I just feel like it's moved to that way because of the analytics. But when you really get down to it, you know what I'm saying, that you need an inside presence. You can shoot all them threes, but you need an inside presence. So I think they would translate in that way because you still need to be able to get an easy bucket. You still need to be able to hit range. You know what I'm saying? I think the game will be a little bit more balanced, and it won't just be threes and layups or threes and dunks. I think with them in the game, there will be threes, twos, and layups or dunks or whatever the case. It would be all facets of the game, which it should be. But now you don't see that. You see more threes and you see more dunks. You see more threes and see more dunks. The mid-range is a dead art in the NBA right now. And that's because a lot of people use these analytics and they use these percentages. Hey, we need to shoot threes. We need to do this. And I think a part of that is because Golden State is one of the reasons why I feel like they changed the landscape of the game. I ain't going to hold you. It's because they
did. Because the ball movement. But I feel like we give Golden State it, but I think we have to look at the early Phoenix Suns. I feel like the early Phoenix Suns, that 2000 run Phoenix Suns with Steve Nash and them boys was the start of it. The team, I feel like we don't – I think you kind of gave them credit in one of our earlier shows, was that Spurs team.
Yeah.
Because they are basically the everything. We can play outside. We can play inside. We move our ball movement because their ball movement is just as special as that Warrior ball. That's what makes the Warriors team so good, because not only are they shooting threes, the ball is just all over the place. And that's what made that Spurs team so well, because the ball would just move. They was going up and down. They were shooting the tray ball. But at the end of the day, if we need a bucket, give it to Duncan. Duncan go get us a bucket. They
was probably one of the most balanced teams in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I would say all time. Yeah. And I think with the Warriors team, they was one of the most dominant team from beyond the arc because they had two lethal shooters. When I saw
they got three lethal.
Who?
Said three. KD, look.
I'm talking about even before KD. I'm talking about even before KD. That's why KD went to go play with them, because when Klay Thompson dropped 35 in the third quarter, that's just unheard of. 35 in one quarter. And that's not even the dude that, you looked at as, oh, this dude about to give you buckets like that. Bruh, that clip is so elite. And it changed. It really changed, bruh, because they start saying like, damn, they shooting all these threes. We shooting these twos, but they killing us on these three-pointers, bruh. So I feel like they took the evolution, the game to the next level as far as like making it more perimeter based. But I think the game needs more balance. I think it needs some of that Spurs team where threes, twos, and dunks and layups. Because that's what basketball is all about. We can't be teaching these kids just shoot threes and go to the bucket, because if you can't shoot threes, or if threes are harder than twos at the end of the day, y'all. So you could be an elite shooter from the 3-pointer, but it don't make sense that you can't hit a mid-range. It's just astonishing to me. They can shoot all these three, but they can't shoot a mid-range.
I mean, it's just one of those things. That's what I'm saying. Having that balance gives. And see, the thing is, people don't really talk about it though. But the Warriors did shoot a lot of mid-range jump shots. KD was their mid-range assassin.
But that's KD. I'm talking about before KD. That team is just man. That team is the most dominant team to ever play the game, man.
I wouldn't go most dominant, because I still feel like the 96 Bulls give them problems, but that's neither here nor there. And I feel like the 2001 Lakers give them problems too, because there's no answer for Shaq. But that's
but you got to understand, you're right, but you got to think about it. Who's answering KD?
You don't have to answer KD. It's not a lot of people that can answer KD.
That was the difference maker.
Yeah, but I just feel like, who answers Shaq?
But you trade threes for twos. KD can spread.
But they're not shooting that many. They're not gonna be just out here shooting threes like that. The Warriors did not shoot.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that was, bruh. They spread you crazy because you can be up by 12 and they can be up by 5 just like that in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, but I think the reason why the Warriors are so good was the simple fact that they had great ball movement and so much versatility within their ball movement. Like, Curry didn't have to be the point guard. He can let Iggy or Draymond be the point guard.
Because
when they ran their pick and roll, and when they ran their pick and roll, you have to kind of pick and choose how you wanted to handle that. But when you look at when they struggled is when teams was able to really get up in them defensively. Think about that last series against the Clippers. The Clippers gave them a run for their money. They just didn't have enough. But you saw how intense the Clippers was on defense with them boys.
Yeah, but I really feel like sometimes the ref dictate the way they want to play the game, and I think they let them play more physical. But when they stop letting them play physical and they start calling more fouls, what KD say? You know who I am. You know who I am. You know who I am. Like, I just feel like yeah. I think with anybody, if you can play defense on them and you can control your like impose your will on somebody, then of course it's going to be hard for them. But if the refs can dictate the game, which they usually do, that's why I think a lot of this stuff be kind of, I wouldn't say scripted, but I just say it be kind of it don't make sense. But refs can dictate the tempo of a game, and they can dictate the way the game plays and whose style of play or whose team getting to play their style the most. That happens.
Yeah, I feel like basically right there is where it's at. And you said that during when we was talking about the championship game, who style prevails.
Right.
Is usually who wins series in basketball games.
Yeah.
Who style prevails. And, that's why we both look at 2012 as the winner, because we just believe that their style will prevail at the end. And
yeah. So you on a hot seat or I'm on a hot seat? Which one?
It'll be me, man. It's me, man.
You on a hot seat today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You on a hot seat today.
Man, but you know that hot seat is easy. That's
hot seat like easy, bro. I got some questions for you.
It ain't, listen, I was just in Vegas at some point, and hot, that's hot. That's hot. I'm talking 99 at 10:30 hot. I'm like,
okay. Well, I got some questions for you, man, and I hope you ready for these questions, bro.
Yeah, get ready. You stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Okay.
Teaching my unborn child this already.
You teach him this already?
Oh yeah, stay ready. You got to get ready. So when we talk to you in the womb, we need responses. I don't need you waiting to come out to want to respond. I need you to kick, move, something.
So you already teaching your child to talk that talk before they even get out here?
Already. I'm trying to tell you. The child is going to carry the legacy of the podcast.
Okay.
That's the plan. That's part of the plan.
So this is since we was talking about Hall of Fame.
Oh, I know where this is going. Let me buckle up.
I don't think you're ready for this.
Let me buckle up.
I don't think you're ready for this right here. It's about to get challenging for you, dog. It's about to get challenging for you. You ready for this?
All
right. Let me start the clock because I can't wait for this because we've been talking about this for a while. We've been talking about this for a while about certain players and things like that. So in 3, 2, 1, who has a better chance of making the Hall of Fame?
Okay.
Kevin Love.
K-Love.
Or Draymond Green?
Woo. Personally, I'm gonna say Draymond. They both got the rings, but I feel like with Draymond's Defensive Player of the Year, him having more rings currently, him being on the 73-9 Warriors team, I just think if they had a choice, they would give it to Draymond.
Okay. All right. So, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, man, you don't be wasting my time and then try to blame me for the time.
Okay, all right, here we go. You are the starter of a franchise.
Right now or forever?
You about to be that. You're the CEO of a new franchise you creating, and you got a chance to choose 3 players: Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant. Who you starting your franchise with?
Oh, that's a question. Simple. Kobe. I'll work from there.
Wow. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. All right. And then last but not least, this one for the culture. This one is for the culture. Who has better burgers?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tams?
Oh.
Or In-N-Out?
Oh. Damn. Black Lives Matter. We're going to go Tams, even though I don't think that. We're not going to go against the grain. It's not the crime if you go against the grain. It's not. Ain't nobody about to come for me. No. We go with Tams because they got the good lettuce. It's not the big lettuce. They got the sprinkle lettuce. The cheese be melted.
But this that Black Lives Matter. Bro, so it was hot. It was hot for my boy. It was that hot. He couldn't even decide. He said, "Oh damn, Black Lives Matter. I'm going with." I told you it's gonna get hot. I told you, bro.
Hey man, no, we just go. I mean, it just makes sense. Like right now during this climate, I just feel like, you go with the for sure. In-N-Out burgers is flight. But I'm not just. We don't know who they donate to, so we gonna just.
That's what you gonna go with because they not doing. I'm talking about the burger, man. You over there. You didn't even give no reason why you chose. You just said Black Lives Matter. But hey, man, y'all let us know in the comments below, man. Who do y'all got versus the 92 team versus the 2012 team? Who is the team that prevails? We say the 2012 team. It's okay to have a different opinion, but we want to know why you chose that team in the comments below. We appreciate that, man. Again, shout out to all the fathers that celebrated Father's Day this past week or whatever the case may be, man. You got anything you want to say to the people, Mike?
No, man. Hey, y'all be out there, man. Continue to talk that talk. Continue to fight the good fight. And, yeah, man, we here live and direct every week, man.
Yeah, man. Yep. We'll see y'all back at it again in a few days. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And always remember to talk that talk. We out of here.